Hey everybody. This is the life and health update for September 2024. It is currently September 6th as of this recording. I apologize as always if the audio or video are bad. It is nothing is set up. This is just on the phone and the audio is from the phone as well, and it's farther away than usual. So if there are focus issues or audio issues, I'll do my best to improve what I can with Justin's help to get this out to you. I had originally said that I was making an appointment with my primary doctor the first week of September, but I've also stated over the last few months about how my brain is just foggy and not working right. I did not pay enough attention that when I made the appointment, it was the earliest appointment that I could make online. I just realized I did not put on my hat. So I'm sorry to get to look at my gross hair that I have had no motivation to shave, because shaving your head is a lot of work. And when you have limited mobility and you're in a lot of pain and you're dizzy all the time, the last thing you want to be using is clippers around your head. And mine are like the zero length ones. They like get as close to the skin as humanly possible. Second only to an actual razor. So I'm afraid of hurting myself if something happens. I digress. When I made the appointment for the doctor, I did not realize that it was actually in the first week of October. And I contacted the office because I want to get my blood pressure looked at, because I'm kind of narrowing the field down of what it could be. And I think it's blood pressure stuff. I'm really scared of what the high blood pressure will do, what it can do, and what it is doing to me, what it's been doing, if it's what it is. But it's got to be doing something to me, because it's always high. It's always 150 over 100 baseline. It never goes lower than that. It's always minimum 150 over 100. I wanted to get looked at and then possibly get on some kind of blood pressure medication. I'm not one that likes to take medication. I've said this, I think, before more than once. I am someone who would rather treat the cause and not the symptoms, but we don't really know the cause, and the cause could simply be my body reacting to the, extreme amount of pain that I've been in, as said, since 2009, on top of the hernia surgery pain that still is, still not out of the woods, on top of what's been going on with my throat. I think my body is it's reaching its breaking point as far as what it can handle on the pain scale. And as I'm getting older, it's getting older. I contacted the office via email. I sent an email to the doctor's office just saying, hey, I made an appointment. It's not for another month, but I wake up with migraines every single day. And not just the kind of head pain that I had back here, but it's like here and it wraps around to behind my eyes. It's like this whole thing, which when you add this in, it's just like this nightmarish pain vortex circle. It sucks. Sometimes they go away an hour or two after I wake up, but sometimes they don't, and it just lingers. And why am I having the headaches? I don't know. It's been starting to scare me, because I know what the possibilities are. So the doctor's office contacted me that day. I was asleep, and said to call the next day, which was yesterday, Thursday. Called them and kind of just said, hey, I was told to call, make a nurse's appointment to have my blood pressure checked. And lady on the phone said, are you available today? And as always, I'm like, yes, but I work thirds, so I sleep during the day, et cetera, et cetera. It's same old song and dance. And then she asked, well, how early could you be here? And I told her, I could be there in 10 minutes if you could take me, because the office is right up the road. She says, all right, we'll see you then. So I was very happy. And not just happy because I was going to be checked out, but happy because the night before I had a setback where a vertebra popped back here, which I've talked before. When that happens, pain just radiates out. And like I've explained it before, there's a lot of new throbby pain that can take anywhere from a week to months to dissipate to be back where I was before the pain happened. And I'm finding now that when I have setbacks, it exacerbates how I feel. So that's why I think the pain spikes and the pain trauma that my body's been going through is contributing to it, because whenever I have these setbacks, I'm assuming that my blood pressure is spiking because I get super dizzy, really lightheaded, and I just don't feel good. Something's wrong. And that's how I felt yesterday morning before we left. So I was kind of like, please let me get in there, because like, I have to rule out the blood pressure thing. I have to rule this out. Like, put me on some medication. Just let me rule it out. If it's not this, we know it's not this. Okay. So I go there. They check my blood pressure. I didn't see the doctor at all. I just saw like nurses. The first lady took my blood pressure. It was 150/100, like clockwork. She took it in this arm and in this arm. Same numbers, both sides. So she says that she's going to let the doctor know and be back. So I wait like 10 minutes. I'm just sitting there. Just like, the room is going like this. And you're sitting on one of those like hospital tables. And all I want to do is sit back against something so the room stops going like this. She goes back in, finally, and brings in another nurse's aide with her. One that I'm used to talking to, because that's one I usually talk to when I go there. And they're going to take my blood pressure again. This time, the other lady's going to do it. Okay. Does it again. 150/100. 150/94. Awesome. So now that it's been confirmed 4 times, twice for each arm, that my blood pressure is what I said it was. And I told her when I walked in there, I was like, it's going to read 150/100. And when she took it, she just kind of like looked at it and looked at me. Like I'm some kind of like blood pressure Nostradamus or something. But she went and talked to the doctor again, came back and said they're going to prescribe me some kind of blood pressure medication, which good. They're going to call it into the pharmacy, good. Typically, the pharmacy is not same day for me. It is the next day, so hopefully I can get it tomorrow. She said something that kind of stuck out to me in passing as she was getting ready to leave. She said that the doctor looked at my blood work again and said that it looked normal. It doesn't. So that's going to feed into what happened after this. They want to see me back in 2 weeks because they want me to take the blood pressure medicine for 2 weeks, come back in again for another blood pressure check. And then I still have the doctor's visit in October, like about a month. She said, well, we're going to see you in 2 weeks. Do you want to cancel that? And I was all, no, because there's some things I want to talk to the doctor about. My blood work is one of them. So that's the update so far for September. I have the neurology appointment in about a week and a half. And then I have the follow-up blood pressure visit in 2 weeks. That's where we are now. I just wait for the blood pressure medicine to get here and then take it, and fingers crossed, it alleviates the craziness that's been going on with me, and we know it's my blood pressure. And then this is just my life now, and it's okay. Nothing I can say I haven't already said. I eat clean. I do exercises every day. I try and do what I can to be as healthy as possible, but my body is just pain central all the flipping time. And it's pain on top of pain on top of pain on top of pain, and my body is just having enough. So before it has enough too much, I want to reel it in. Crazy to think that getting the hernia got the ball rolling on so many things. Besides scoring off doctors, as I talked about in previous videos, but also opened up a whole new Pandora's box of new crap that I have to deal with. So it's just double-edged sword. Hello, everyone. Remember my hat this time. It is September 10th. As of this recording, I'm going to turn the slide off. We're going to go downstairs. All right. September 10th, 2024. Days removed from the last video. And guess what finally freaking came in? blood pressure medicine. It was put in on the 5th. It did not come in until today. That sucked. But yes, I have my blood pressure medicine now. I took my first one after dinner. And when you know your medicine is being prepared, but it's not there for you when you want to take it, it is very, 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 very stressful. So it's finally arrived. I finally take it. We're taking it every day, once a day. But yeah, that's the small little update for now. I'm in the middle of an experiment with my food stuff. But I also have the neurologist appointment, which I'm not looking forward to. Also in about a week and a half or so. And then I have the follow-up with the blood pressure stuff. So a lot of stuff happening, but, hopefully this is going to do something for me. So fingers crossed that I can at least lower my blood pressure to a level that is not giving me migraines and not scaring the absolute shit out of me. Because I'm afraid something bad's going to happen, because that's what it feels like. So, hello everyone. Here's an update for September 2024, the last update for September 2024. I had my follow-up blood pressure doctor's appointment this morning. You probably don't want that's Silent Hill poster back there, in case you were wondering. The creepy child staring at you. But no, I had my doctor's appointment this morning. It was just a follow-up. It was very quick, where they just took my blood pressure again. And good news, yay. My blood pressure has decreased in about 2 weeks. It went from 150 over 100 to 130 over 84. I'm not sure if reducing the sodium helped at all, or if it was just entirely the pills. But it has went down. That's the important thing. I just keep taking the pills now. I guess, like I said in another video, this is my life now. Pills. Lots and lots and lots of pills. There's lots of pills over there. Another positive is that the migraines that I would wake up with every day have dissipated. Some days I get them, but not as bad. And some days I don't wake up with them at all. The negative side of things is that I still have the vertigo and just ever-present wooziness and just feeling kind of like all the time. And another positive, I guess throw that in back to the positives, is my throat is feeling better. I have been taking my meds that the ENT asked me to, but I've also been doing an experiment with food, because I'm somebody that likes to see if I can figure out the problem and not just medicate it. If we can deal with it at the source, even better. But I'll go into that more in the future. I don't see the ENT again until November. So yeah, that's a relief on my end. I do wish the vertigo and dizziness would go away. I was hoping that it would be attributed to the blood pressure, and that once the blood pressure started going down, that the dizziness and wooziness would go away. I do have another theory as to what it could be, but if I can remember, I'll go into that next month. Speaking of, in October, we have 2 appointments to go to. I have my regular doctor in the beginning of the month, like next week. And that update video might be longer, the initial one. Like next month's video might be longer in general, based on the information and how the visits go. But there are quite a few things I want to go over my primary care doctor with. About. And then later in the month, towards the end of the month, almost at the end of the month, I have the neurosurgeon appointment in a town that's like an hour and a half away. So that's not going to be a fun morning and a round trip. I really wish I could have my brain back. The brain fog is still ever present. It's still hard to focus, hard to concentrate. I try and cut out the moments where I'm just staring off or trying to think real hard of a word. But yeah, I'll do my best to keep everyone updated. But there at least is some good news coming out of something with the throat feeling better. It doesn't feel like I gargled, razor blades every day. It still does get scratchy. I can't talk a whole lot, but I can talk. So Justin and I haven't had to play charades as much in the last few weeks. And then, of course, the blood pressure going down is fantastic. It is good. Because I was getting legitimately scared. Because I know what that can lead to. But I also have, like, there's a few theories and possibilities that I have going on in my head, and I'm gonna run them by the doctor because there's more things wrong with me. I was just dealing with like the what I thought were the major ones, but there could be something more minor that I thought was minor that actually might be major. And yeah, I don't want to get into it too much. I just do really wish I could have my mind back and my focus back. It is so frustrating to not be able to think of words or forget what you're doing, or like it's some scary stuff. I said they're not isolated incidences, so we'll see what the doctor says about my theories. If I, yeah, we'll see. But that is the update for September. On the personal side of things are going all right. It is nice to be able to talk to Justin again, and not feel like I'm playing some real life game of charades, as said. And he's good. He's good. He's always supportive, and is very attentive and just so patient. So patient. So I'm very lucky. I'm going to wrap this up. To everyone watching, thank you for sticking around and waiting. I know it is probably a massive pain in the butt. To the patrons, once again, thank you for your patience and your support in lieu of this never-ending medical weirdness that just hangs over my head like a dark cloud. It's just, I want to see the sun again. No, actually, I don't. I don't like the sun. We made videos about why summer sucks, because it does. That's going to wrap this one up, and I will see you in next month's video, which might, as said, be longer.